Ford once had tractors that shaped America's fields, but not every model lived up to the promise. Some were hyped as revolutionary machines with futuristic features, only to fail spectacularly. From transmissions that ruined reputations to oversized giants farmers never wanted, these are the 10 Ford tractors that looked unstoppable, yet flopped instead. And trust me, you'll want to see which one nearly destroyed Ford's tractor legacy. Number 1. The Ford 6000. Launched in 1961, this was marketed as Ford's futuristic flagship. A 6-cylinder engine, cutting-edge 10-speed Selecto-speed transmission, triple hydraulics, and sleek styling made it look like a true John Deere and IH challenger. Farmers were stunned by the modern design and comfort, but reality hit hard. The rush transmission broke down constantly. Hydraulics leaked, engines overheated, and the rear end wore out fast. Within 2 years, Ford was forced into a massive recall. Even after repainting and renaming it the Commander 6000, the reputation was ruined. Instead of being Ford's crown jewel, it became a symbol of failure, leaving farmers skeptical of the brand for the rest of the decade. Number 2. The Ford 1000 series. In the early 1970s, Ford tried to ride the wave of compact tractors for small farms and property owners. Built in Japan by Shiba Ora, these 12 to 25 horsepower machines seemed perfect for gardens, orchards, and light farm chores. But in America, farmers expected more muscle. Compared to Ford's own 2000 or 3000 series, these compacts felt more like toys than tools. Meanwhile, Kubota and Yanmar hit the US market with stronger branding and better support. Farmers laughed at the horsepower. Hobbyists bought from competitors, and Ford's attempt quietly disappeared. What should have been their entry into a booming segment instead became a lost opportunity. Number 3. The Ford 4000. This mid-size workhorse looked destined for success in the 1960s, but Ford made a critical mistake, putting the troubled Selecto-speed transmission in it. On paper, the power shift was advanced, 10 forward, 2 reverse, no clutching needed. In reality, it was plagued with breakdowns. Farmers ended up stranded in their fields, waiting weeks for repairs. Dealers didn't know how to fix them, and word spread fast. Even after improvements, the stigma stuck. What should have been a farmer's favorite mid-sized tractor instead became a case study in rushing tech too soon. Number 4. The Ford 2910. Released in 1983 with about 40 horsepower, four-wheel drive options, and modern safety features, it was meant for small farms, orchards, and landscapers. Solid on paper, but in practice, it sat in no man's land. Too pricey and overbuilt for lawn work, but too small for serious farm jobs. Buyers went smaller or jumped to bigger tractors. By 1989, it was discontinued, fading into obscurity instead of leading its market. It should have been the tractor to dominate the small utility market, but its lack of a clear audience meant it quietly faded into obscurity. Number 5. The Ford 1310. Another compact from Shiba Ora. This 19 horsepower model promised affordability and reliability, but once again, American buyers wanted more power. Kubota and Yanmar dominated. Parts availability was spotty and resale value tanked. By the mid-80s, Ford pulled it from the US lineup. Instead of building credibility in the compact space, Ford's efforts fizzled out. Number 6. The Ford TW30. By the late 1970s, horsepower wars were on. Ford's TW30 packed 175 horsepower, a turbocharged 6-cylinder, heavy hydraulics, and a roomy cab. It looked ready to battle John Deere in case, but the timing was disastrous. The 1980s farm crisis. With high interest rates and falling crop prices, almost no one wanted to buy a new tractor. Those who did stayed loyal to other brands. The TW30 sold in small numbers and quietly faded. Another missed chance at big tractor dominance. Number 7. The Ford 7000. Farmers in the 70s needed more horsepower, so Ford turbocharged the reliable 5000 platform. The result was the 7000, 94 horsepower, lightweight, and versatile. On paper, it should have been a star, but turbocharging revealed weaknesses and maintenance headaches piled up. Farmers traded them off, and the 7000 never built a legacy like Deere's 4020 or IH's 966. A tractor that should have made Ford a contender instead became a footnote. Number 8. The Ford 8600. Introduced in 1973 at 110 horsepower with modern styling, dual power transmission, and a comfortable cab, farmers were excited to see Ford competing more aggressively in the 100 horsepower class. But engine problems like coolant cavitation and piston wear hurt reliability. Combine that with the mid-70s fuel crisis, and farmers weren't willing to gamble. By 1976, it was replaced with the 9700,
A model that could have been a market leader instead became a cautionary tale. Number 9. The Ford 9600. Launched alongside the 8600, it was Ford's first turbocharged tractor, bold, powerful, and heavy-duty. It should have been a breakthrough, but farmers hesitated to trust Ford's new turbo technology while Deere and IH had proven options. Economic troubles only made things worse. Sales stayed low, and Ford moved on quickly. A tractor that looked like a beast on paper never became a real competitor in the field. Number 10. The Ford 5000 Diesel. Back in 1962, Ford tried to offer a diesel version of its popular 5000, but while the gas version delivered about 69 horsepower, the diesel managed only 51. Weak compared to rivals. Farmers weren't impressed. Sales were so poor it lasted barely 2 years before being replaced. Instead of setting the stage for diesel dominance, it went down as one of Ford's smaller but costly flops. So there you have it. 10 Ford tractors that could have ruled the market, but failed instead. Some were too advanced, some were too weak, and others just came at the worst possible time. Yet each one left a mark on Ford's story. Which do you think was the biggest flop? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more farming history and tractor deep dives, and we'll see you in the next video. Want more? Check out our deep dive on John Deere's most powerful tractors, or explore the top 5 Massey Fergusons that changed farming forever. Both videos are linked right here on screen. Every brand has its failures, but Ford's missteps shaped farming history in ways we still feel today. This is Tractor History, and you don't want to miss what's coming next.